Hey Leo, it's a quick reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Knight of Cups, oh, 9 Cups, that's good, Chariot, Cancer energy, and something's coming in, there's some nice stuff, you're okay, you're fulfilled in your own life here. But something nice could be coming in for you. And a love offering or help. Just somebody on your team who is wanting to offer support. This could be what you need right now, Leo. Now, because we're all going through it a bit at the moment. Mercury retrograde, new moon in Libra. So perhaps a good time to manifest a bit more balance and harmony with this Libra new moon. Recent past, you could have been feeling, Leo, that you've been giving a lot, giving too much here, giving a bit too much out, or helping others a little bit. Maybe not feeling appreciated. 10 of Wands, heavy burdens. Perhaps this has made you feel a bit tired and drained, and perhaps you've been, you could have even been hosting stuff, doing something, in terms of, I don't know, hosting parties, hosting events, doing stuff that required you to give quite a lot of your energy, which might be making you feel a bit tired, a bit drained. Or not even being fully appreciated for your efforts here. Cancer energy. It's like you might be changing direction or on a new kind of journey here, which isn't familiar to you. And it maybe doesn't look easy. What it is that you're trying to perhaps manifest doesn't look very easy. The Chariot card, but you're going ahead anyway too. Have maybe a new mindset too. Maybe you're adopting a new mindset because you don't want to be looking, back over or be in any regretful sort of energy. Perhaps you've been there, feeling a bit regretful over stuff, and stuff maybe even beyond your control. And maybe you're now deciding that you're not going to stay in that energy anymore and kind of move forwards, but not necessarily knowing how. Maybe even just going with the flow a bit too. Cancer energy. So, Tower in reverse, okay. Knight of Pentacles. Now it could be that you're expecting something financially, or something's going to change for you in this field here, in this area of your life, but it's not happening overnight. It could be that you're working towards something, wanting to invest more time and energy into something, or even invest in something financially, but it's like this will take some time. Or it could be somebody's offering or wanting to collaborate with you on some level. And you could have avoided something. Also, you could have avoided something a bit disastrous. Perhaps there was something that recently occurred in your environment in particular, where you felt like you avoided what could have been a lot worse, a situation that was, could have been quite catastrophic, but maybe didn't turn out to be as bad as it really was. But something's upset, it's almost like something upsetting your equilibrium, something maybe even threatening your sense of well-being, or something that's upset. Something's happened that isn't, it's like you're trying to maybe salvage your situation or something like that from getting out of hand. Yeah, you have Gemini energy, you have the Lovers, and I wonder if, you know, this could be to do with loved ones, or a particular loved one where something was, you avoided something from from becoming worse than it could have been, if you like, or avoiding anything that's going to jeopardize your peace of mind or your stability, perhaps especially within your environment. But you're missing something. You're missing a link here by not focusing a little bit too much, World Cups energy, on things that might have just gone down, instead of, you know, seeing what could be coming in as a result of you having avoided something. It could have turned out a bit worse. Perhaps you've been practicing more self-control as well here. This could be an argument, this could be a situation that could have turned into an argument or become, you know, more of a difficult situation. It could be that you've also reached out to others to help you to, you know, work through something that's not quite, could have affected you. It's like you're not really seeing, there'd be justice in this situation. You're not really, it's like you're not really seeing, you know, what's King of Cups and bottom of deck. So you're not, that's water energy. How do I say this? You're not really seeing that there could be a good outcome, or you're not seeing the positive side of something because you're focusing more on the let's say something that didn't work, and not, maybe you need to take yourself out of a certain mindset or take yourself out of a situation in order to see that, you know, maybe something, you know, better is coming along. This could be to do with your environment, for example. It could be to do with a love situation. It could be that you're not seeing further than where you're at. Yeah, unlock the magic within. So you might be feeling a bit stuck and stagnant at the moment, and that could be to do with something that kicked off. That you took yourself out of. Yeah, you're being advised to grow within your current situation. So whatever it is that you're going through right now, Leo, so general reading, and you know what it is. You're being advised here to take the lessons here and you know, grow from the situation you're in right now. And also from spiritual experience, to set intentions too. To set intentions, affirmations, in order to intend and create, you know, intentions, setting them to manifest the results that you would like to create. Yeah, and to also do more research. There might be a situation within your current environment that requires you to do more research. or taking up another form of study. Yeah, something with your hands, perhaps even doing something that, you know, is involving craftsmanship, you know, with a view on long-term projects here. You might be thinking of doing something differently, but you do need to do some more research, or you might have been offered something or a new job or something like that. But you're going to have to do some research on that, especially if you're taking another direction here or moving into something that an area you haven't worked in before with the Chariot card. And the Dreamer, yeah, embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure. And since you have the Chariot card, perhaps that's, you know, something that's niggling you. You feel as if you want to do something, start something new. You know, perhaps get involved with a group or project that, you know, is unfamiliar to you. Step outside of your comfort zone. Maybe look at further education. You know, something you could do, evening classes, something like that. You know, tap into your creativity, and that can be frustrating if you're not fully, you know, as a Leo, not fully, you know, tapping into your creativity and using that. You know, you're going to feel frustrated, and perhaps that's something you need to do further. You know, something that you can. Or creative expression, a new form of creative expression that might push you out of your comfort zone, but at least it will give you a new perspective on, you know, things that you might not have done before, things that you might have never considered yourself doing, for example. You know, a new skill, a new course, something that you would never normally think of doing, and, you know, try it, because it could help you as a really good creative outlet that you might be needing now. Yeah, and there will be, and winter, I'd say around winter, I think Gemini had this resolution of difficulties. Expect that over winter, and weight lifted off your shoulders. It could be the end of, you know, any sort of, I don't know, addictive behaviours, codependency. Maybe you're going to, you know, look at cleaning up your health a little bit. Or just, you know, deciding you don't want to carry, you know, any extra burdens here. Perhaps you have been feeling burdened with responsibility as well, so maybe you're looking at how not to feel so in that place. Yeah. It's time to go after your dreams, so do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Yeah, and this could be, as I said, things that you've never done before, things that, you know, you haven't tried, and would be, you know, good for you to try new things right now. You know, without questioning things like outcomes, or would I be good at it, or shall I even, you know, try anything once, I say. If you don't like it, you don't have to carry on, you know, you don't know until you try. You know, if we didn't step out of our comfort zones, we wouldn't grow. We wouldn't learn new things, we wouldn't experience new things, and we'd become very stuck and stagnant individuals if we didn't, you know, allow ourselves to explore new creative avenues, for example. Even if it's scary, the idea of it, or just turning up, you know, just challenge yourself a bit. Yeah. winter again. So get advice from someone, professional and objective. Public speaking. Now, or this could be just as a nudge to say, gain more knowledge, more experience. Use your logic here. Or perhaps you're feeling unemotional, perhaps you're feeling burdened, a bit burnt out, a bit tired, and you're not feeling, you might be feeling a bit flat. So therefore you need something perhaps to, bring some kind of new aspect into your life, something different. Change up your routines, for example. Or join a group or something like that, like-minded people with the same interests. That could be further, as I said, further education study. And make sure you're always doing the right thing for the right reasons. You might be comparing traditional values with new approaches. Or need to be around more spiritually minded people. You might have had a recent, gone through a recent ascension process, a kind of spiritual spurt. You might be finding not many people sort of get you at the moment, and that's could be a reason for you to maybe do something, meet new people, do something differently, express yourself creatively in ways you might not have done before, but do plan your next steps, with an eye on the long term. So anything you think of doing now, have patience with it, because there could be more good things to come that you haven't seen here with the Four of Cups. You might get a great deal of satisfaction from doing something different, something new. But you'll have to be patient with yourself while doing this, or the next steps you take, because it could be unfamiliar territory as well. Learning a new skill, for example, takes a lot of patience, and study and attention. But you might have, you might find what you start now will really benefit you later on. If you find a sort of new passion for something, for example. And you might be stressed because there's a few things happening all at once, of course, successful multitasking. You might experience some sudden changes, events, things, suddenly, how this next month, the end of this month in November, you might find sudden changes and things happening in your life that you weren't necessarily prepared for. So you might need to drop a few burdens here. Focus more on you, Nine of Cups, and what it is you want. And also, up your protection. Call back your power. Don't give your power away too much. Don't give your energy out too much. Protect your energy. You can do this by imagining a white light, like a cocoon around you. Before you go out. Or black tourmaline is another good stone to use. protects your energy. Yeah, because it seems that you've got new creations to birth here. You know, maybe dreaming your new world into creation, and that's something that's foreign to you, that's something new to you, which will involve change. Yeah, and also tune into the portal of your heart, your inner temple. Your heart needs you, so tune into that more. Green aventurine, that's a good one. Green aventurine, heart chakra. Yeah, helps to clear blockages that might be holding you back, and helps to release any trust issues and repeating patterns, and assists with courage to move forwards and let go of what no longer serves. That's green aventurine. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So, yeah, as I take on new challenges, I feel positive, calm and confidence. So as you take on new challenges, Leo, then, you know, these will bring you more positivity and perhaps, you know, more calmness, more confidence. Yeah, opportunity and abundance is all around you. You love yourself, so yeah, more self-love. Doing perhaps focus on you more than, you know, if you've had other responsibilities, things that have needed your attention, people needing your attention. You know, pull back your energy, love yourself enough to be able to say no as well. If you're feeling that there are demands being made of you that you're not comfortable meeting, for example. Tight ass. You tight ass. Loosen the fuck up, control freaks don't get laid. That's never come up before. There we are. Yeah. Yeah, shame, regret and guilt, those are just bullshit. So if you've been feeling, you know, a bit, looking back, 5 cups and regret, remorse, forgive and let that shit go. Yeah. Yeah, you might have been feeling a bit stuck recently, but you're not. It's like that sense that you're stuck in some situation, circumstance, not seeing way forwards. And yeah, maybe you've been through having some more enlightenment. You've been recently enlightened about something, about yourself, which might be linked to what you know, kind of will and will not tolerate, where you want to expend your energy. You know, you want to do something differently, perhaps take up something, you know, a new creative pursuit, venture, something like that, something where you can express yourself perhaps more freely. You know, where it's a bit like doing something that's not, that no one's watching, you know, no one's watching you, just making it or creating it with no particular outcome or no particular expectation, just because you enjoy doing it. You know, that's a good place to be, because when you're doing something or making something, creating something with no particular outcome attached to it, you know, you are more free in that process. You know, in that process it becomes sort of meditational, if you like. rites of passage, yes. So you might be, feeling the need to be initiated into something else, or initiate yourself into a new form of creative expression. That might have, like I said, you won't see the long-term benefits of it now. Perhaps you don't need to. Perhaps just do something differently, just be more creative, have, some kind of free creative expression, some means of doing that, whether it's, art, making art, whether it's, music, whether, it's cooking or learning about something of interest to yourself, or even writing a journal, something, that will give you a sense of creative freedom. Yeah, because, what what do you really desire right now? Perhaps you haven't. Well, this came up interestingly before I started this reading, and take time to reflect. So, this could be linked with you visualizing it, manifesting it, whatever you want to, new moon manifest things that you really want, and it will come to you. Remember that negativity will block your progress. So, think of, look into research here, what things that you think will make you feel, more, will add to your life, not detract from your life. Like some, creative endeavour that you maybe you've talked yourself out of doing, or said that you might not be very good at it, or that it has to have an end result, or that kind of thing. You can just make things just for the sake of making things. You can create things, you can cook things, just for the sake of cooking, and share them with your friends. You share it with your friends. You don't have to make things with an end, with always having that end goal in play. That's not always helpful. You have Daniel, the angel of marriage. I'm assisting you right now, so you're being assisted. If you're having any difficulties, or marital, if you're partnered having marital difficulties or partnership difficulties, then that you're being advised that you have assistance here. Yeah, and if any deceased loved ones, just sending you a message that they're happy and they're at peace, and not to worry about them. So, if you're concerned about that, or you think about a deceased loved one from time to time at the moment, or have been finding yourself thinking about that particular person, they're just letting you know that they're happy and at peace, and not to worry. You might be noticing, by thinking of them, maybe you're noticing their presence is around you at the moment. Might be why you're thinking about them. Because you're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Goddess guidance, door of virtue, sorceress. Yeah, I just have got Isis, past life. So, what you're going through now could involve, past life memories that are being brought up to the surface, which is making you either triggered or wanting to do something about it. And you might be having a lot of these sort of flashbacks or dreams, or, past life memories, or connecting with, or finding yourself drawn to certain eras in time, that connect with your past life. And this could be, triggering you because you're having perhaps memories of you having, been here before, a situation that might even be challenging you, or you're being advised to move past your current difficulties by finding some kind of outlet for your creativity to help you resolve, you know, any inner conflict or even any outside conflict. And you could be receiving nudges and having those kind of flashbacks that make you realise maybe where you are in your kind of journey. You know, where you've come from, where you are now, and where you're possibly going to. And there could be roadblocks too, as well, that you're beginning to recognise as roadblocks, but not necessarily, you know, permanent roadblocks here. But definitely take some time to reflect and consider things that you might want to be doing just for you, you know, for your own personal sense of inner peace. You know, it could be a hobby. You need to investigate a new hobby. As I said, further education, something you wouldn't normally do, but will, you know, really give you your creativity, you know, a sense of allowing it to come out, allowing a freedom of expression that could be good for you at this moment in time, as a kind of focus, as a kind of self-care, self-help, self-development, bring enjoyment and pleasure to you as well. As well as being able to put you in a sort of meditative state while you do or make or create what it is you're doing, for your own personal satisfaction more than anything else. Might be something to look at. It might be you might need to collaborate with others in this case, or, you know, join a group of like-minded people who want to, you know, do the same thing or study, have the same interests. Or just take a chance and just do something that, you know, that you haven't done before, creatively, and see where it leads you, and see how much, you know, pleasure you will get out of that, just that activity itself. Yeah, that's what I got for you, Leo. So sending you lots of love. Take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye.